Hi everybody, this is Carla from DIY Happy Home. Happy New Year! I am making a staple for our new year. I know a lot of people do pork and sauerkraut. I do lentil soup for the new year. It's just something my family has done since I was young, and it varies every year. I add different veggies to this lentil soup. Today I'm doing this soup in the Ninja Foodi here. I've added just some olive oil to the bottom of my pan. I have it on sear saute on high, and I put some olive oil and some butter at the bottom of the pan, and I'm gonna add in some veggies. I have here a bunch of veggies. You can add in whatever veggies you like, but I have some carrots cut up. I have a sweet potato cut up into bits, and then I have mushroom cut up and celery chopped really finely. And then in another bowl here, I have more mushrooms, onion, and fresh chopped garlic. So I like a lot of carrot. You can do whatever you like. But I like the sweetness that it gives in the soup. And I have never done the sweet potato before, but I had one to spare, so I chopped up the one sweet potato, and I put the mushrooms in because I happen to have mushrooms on hand. I have olive oil and some butter for flavor, and that's pretty much ready to go. It's on sear saute on high. I'm going to add my veggies. Saute them up. There's that celery that was at the bottom there. We get a spoonula, or I forget what this thing's called here. Let's get all that celery in. And I did, a tip for you guys is I did the whole entire thing of celery. I chopped the whole thing up, and then I bagged up the rest of the celery. I double bagged it, and then I'm gonna put that in my freezer so that when I want to make soup or stew or some stuffing, I have the chopped up celery ready to go. And I did the same with my onion. I had this humongous onion. It was like massive, and I cut the whole thing up, and this is about half of my onion, and I put the other half, and I double bag it, or you use a freezer bag, whatever you have, and I put it in my freezer. And then later on, when I want to make something and I don't feel like cutting it up, I can whip out that celery and that onion out of the freezer and have it ready to go. Now I'm going to add the garlic and the onion last, but I'm just going to take some more of these mushrooms off the top here and add them in. Now, I don't think I've ever made the lentil soup with celery. I mean, not celery, with mushrooms before, but I pretty much like most veggies, and I like to beef it up with some good nutrition, good veggies in there. But you can do, again, whatever you like. All right. I hope it's okay I'm not giving you guys measurements, because this really is to taste. I do suggest, though, you always go, unless you have an allergy to it or whatever, you always put the onion and garlic in. And my favorite personally are the carrots. I'm using veggie broth because I'm vegetarian, but you could use chicken broth, basically whatever broth you'd like. And I am gonna put, I don't always do this, but I'm gonna put lemon juice. Well, I have done the lemon juice before to give it a little pop, a little bit of flavor, but I'm also going to use a tomato base this time. Usually my lentil soup is not tomato based, but I thought it would be good this time to add some crushed tomato and have a tomato based soup. So I do like this because lentils are so basic in flavor. They pretty much will take on the flavor of whatever you want it to be. So if you want to have a pop of lemon or lime, or you could even make it like a tortilla type soup, you could do whatever you want. But you basically do, I'm using green lentils today, and these have been sorted. I sort them to make sure there's no twigs or especially little stones. And then I rinse them. That's why it's in a little mini sieve here. I'm just going to saute to give this a running start here. But the pressure cooking we're going to do is also going to make these carrots and these sweet potatoes tender. Actually, I'm going to add in my onion at this point and my garlic. Get that flavor in there. And I'm going to add salt and pepper. And we're going to saute this for about 10 minutes. And that was 4 cloves of fresh chopped garlic. And again, that was a half of a large onion chopped. My carrots, I think I had 4, believe it or not, this was 4 carrots. And that was 4 cloves of fresh chopped garlic. And again, that was a half of a large onion chopped. My carrots, I think I had 4, believe it or not, this was 4 carrots. But the carrots were the biggest carrots I've ever seen. I swear they were humongous. And the sweet potato was like a medium-sized sweet potato. And the celery, I would say it was about, I want to say about 3/4 of a cup of finely chopped celery. And the mushrooms, it was not a full small container of mushrooms. It was, I want to say, maybe like 6 or 7 mushrooms chopped. Now I've been using this, I got it at the Christmas tree shop for $2.99. I have been using this violet sea salt. I think it's kind of cool. So I'm going to season with this sea salt. I am going to use the stock too, which is salty, so I don't want to add too much salt. And I'm going to add some fresh ground pepper. If I have pepper in here, is it coming out? Oh, it's coming out really fine. Okay, it is there. All right, let's stir that up. Salt and pepper to taste as you'd like. And I'm just going to let this saute for a bit. Now I'm going to serve this with some crusty garlic bread. But this would be good with pretty much any type of yummy bread, toasted rolls, crackers would be good with soup. I'm trying to think. You could do a riff on a tortilla soup with this and serve it with some tortilla strips on top and a blob of sour cream or some cheddar on top. That would be really yummy. If you were going to go the tortilla route, you could put some tortilla or taco type seasonings in here. The world is your oyster when it comes to lentils because they will take on any flavor that you want to give them. And the lentils have a lot of fiber and protein. It's a great way to start the new year with a healthy choice. And I'm a big fan of lentils myself. I just think that they're tasty. And this one will go fast in the Ninja. It should be pretty quick and you'll have hot soup in no time. In the old days you used to have to soak the lentils overnight, but now I believe they parboil them or they do something to them. They split them or take the shells off. I don't know. I don't know the technical thing that they do, but whatever it is that they have done to process the lentils, they are now easier to cook. And you don't have to do that soaking overnight business, which is lucky, in my opinion, because that was kind of a pain in the behind. So, now these are getting nice and soft. And I think, okay, it hasn't been 10 minutes. It's been about 6 minutes. And I am going to add my vegetable stock. I'm going to add the whole box of veggie stock, which is 32 ounces. You can use vegetable stock or vegetable broth, whatever you have. Or you could even use bouillon and water. I'm actually going to put a little veggie bouillon in here for extra flavor. You definitely want to punch up the flavor aspect. Here, let's see. I still have it on saute high. Sear saute. Add a whole 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes in here. And I'm going with some double flavor here because I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice too. This is the juice of 1 lemon that's going in. Flavor. Okay. Now I'm ready to add my lentils. Again, they've been rinsed and drained. It's a lot of lentils. Okay. This is a whole pack of lentils. Hopefully I have enough liquid. I guess we'll find out. I could always add some more water if I need to. It's probably going to soak up a lot of that liquid. Okay, just stir it up here. We are going to add a little bit more salt. And I'm going to add a little bit of this bouillon. Better than bouillon. It's premium seasoned vegetable base. And let's see what they recommend. Basically, this has vegetables and concentrated vegetable juices. So I'm just going to use a teaspoon of this. I'm just going to toss that in there. I can hear it coming up to a boil already. But I'm just going to throw that in, stir it around, and I'm going to add a little bit of water because I want to make sure that my lentils don't suck up all that liquid, and then I want it to have a little bit of a soupy texture. And I'm gonna go old school and put it in my veggie can here. I've got about a half of a 28-ounce can that I'm gonna pour some water in. There we go. You could always add more stock, but in this case I'm just gonna do the water because I did put in that veggie better than bouillon. So. All right guys, so I have it now on seal, and then I have it on high pressure for 15 minutes, and now I'm gonna hit the start. And there we go. And I like to, you really don't have to press down, I don't think, like you do for the Instant Pot. I've had battles with my Instant Pot where it won't seal, and so far, knock on wood, I haven't had a ton of battles with this, so hopefully it'll do what it's supposed to do. All right, guys, I'll be back in 15 minutes and I will show you what it looks like. Hopefully the lentils will be cooked and it'll be grand. All right. Happy New Year. We want our money this year, people. Woo! Okay. All right, guys. I gotta admit, I already took a little sneak peek here. Oh, there we go. Steam everywhere. All right, now you could always add more liquid as necessary. This is kind of stew-like, but it looks really yummy. Hopefully it tastes really yummy. You could always add more lemon juice or salt and pepper as needed. I'm gonna serve some up here. You can see the mushrooms in here and the carrots. There we go. It's really hearty. Jim, you're gonna be my taste tester. All right, hold on. Let me get a spoon. Jim, where are you at? Although, don't burn your mouth, because this could burn your mouth off. It's like hot lava. Hot lava. You could add sour cream, a little bit of cheddar, a little parsley on top. We're just going old school here today. Simple. Now, Jim, it's real hot, babe. Real hot. Blow on it like 10 times. You're gonna... Oh, God. Don't burn yourself. Tell me if it needs salt and pep or whatever. Okay, don't burn yourself. Oh, God. Way too hot. I tried to tell you.
I know it's way too hot.
You're burning your mouth off right now.
No. It's the right consistency with the carrots, you know.
Soft. which is, uh-oh, that's our oven up to temp for the bread. Okay, and how's the flavor? Does it need more?
No.
Something, anything?
No. Delicious.
All right, that was your spoon. Why are you throwing it out? This is your bowl. All right, guys. Well, you heard it. Seasoning was good. If you like it a little more soup consistency and not as thick, you could add a little bit more broth or water to thin it out a bit, but we're just going to leave it as such. Sometimes in the fridge, the lentils soak up even more water. So if it gets too thick, you could always add a little broth or water to that as well. When you're microwaving some more of the soup. And one other thing, if this is a lot and you're like a family of 2 or just even a family of 1, you could always freeze these in containers and then get the frozen containers out and reheat the soup. Listen, Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful 2021. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And also feel free to share. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. Bye.